Hello, my name is Melissa Cavender, and this is my new horse Apache. We're going to show you some grooming techniques that we use. I have my grooming equipment right here. We're going to start out with a curry and also with a brush. Here's the equipment that we're going to be using. This is our dandy brush, our stiff brush, and a curry. So we only use this curry in case there's big mats and only in the shoulder area. We pretty much use this one for just cleaning our brushes. So I'll go ahead and set this one down. We'll go ahead and start with the stiff brush and also the dandy brush. Starting at the top of the poll area, working our way down through the neck, and we can use the soft one on Apache's nose, being careful of his eyes. We continue on down the legs, using the stiff brush on the chest area, and of course down to the knee. That way we can use the soft brush on the more sensitive areas, like in between the legs, getting him that nice sheen. I'm going to go ahead and move out by the withers. That's where horses really like it. That's where the other horses will be nibbling each other, is right here in the wither area. And again, we're going to back it up with the dandy brush, which brings out all those natural oils. And do you see his instincts as the dogs are barking at the other yard over there? You can see his ears are up. He's listening. We don't have to make him pay attention to us while we're brushing. It's good when we're training, moving him around, that he knows exactly where we're at and keeping him in tune with us. But while we're just relaxing and brushing, we can allow him to reach his head up and listen to the birds and what's going on around him. Notice for safety that I always keep one hand on him so I know when he's moving around, especially when I'm working in this back area. And continue down near the hock, and the horse doesn't even move. He thinks this is a great session of grooming, following up with the dandy brush. And he still has some of that summer hair going down by the pastern and the coronet. Continue brushing by his gaskin. And when you want to go into his soft areas, like his flank here, we're going to use this nice soft brush and do a long motion. This is a ticklish area for the horse. Down around his barrel. Notice how I'm making those short flicking so the hair and the dirt goes away. Down into his barrel. Give another swipe to his front legs. And as I'm grooming, I'm staying out of this, we call it strike zones, where he could have the opportunity, if he was a wild Mustang or another horse using their instincts, where they could actually strike us in that area. So you always want to know what kind of temperament your horse is. And he's a good fella that'll just stand here. Go ahead and brush around his ears gently, his eye area. And he just really enjoys it. We would actually do this the same way on the other side, but for this video, we're just going to stick to this one side. As I said before, we take our curry brush and we get the hair and the dirt out of it with this metal one. We don't particularly use these for on the horses unless there's a matted up area that you have to get, because these are really, really hard. So I want to continue on with the hoof pick. And what I like to do is I like to rub his neck, go down his shoulder, pulled it. Then what I want to do is I want to pull his leg up. It's all right. There's a dog over there. I want to pull this leg up. Come on.
Okay,
You're a good boy. I'm going to go ahead and pull this leg up and pick out this hoof. And notice how he was spooked a little bit there, but he noticed that there was a dog moving in the other pasture over there, so we just let him move around a little bit. No big deal. And we would clean out these areas on the hoof right next to his frog in that collateral groove. Make sure that there's no rocks. Setting the hoof back down gently. Giving him a good rub. Tell him he's a good boy. And then we can go to the mane. And again, I like to use this dandy brush because it brings out the natural oils. And I also have a metal comb here. And we're going to use that on his mane. So starting up by the pole, using the comb to go through. He's got nice short hair. Yeah, let's do your forelock. And notice how I don't stand right in front of him. We don't want to be in that zone. But I'm hanging on to the halter with one hand and using the comb with the other. Keeping my attention on where his mind is at, making sure that his mind is still on me. We don't want to get stepped on. Once we're finished with the mane, we'll move on back to the tail. Grooming the whole way. What I like to do is pull it to the side so I can get my hands on it. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. And we just go ahead and brush that. He's looking pretty good. And this is a groom style that we do for Western Trail. We don't do any clipping or any braiding of that sort. We just want to make sure that the coat is nice and clean, looks good, no spurs or anything in it. And then we can make sure that there's nothing on his back. Checking his overall health. And he looks pretty good. Other things that you want to make sure that you do, of course, in the summertime, especially out on the trail, is using some fly spray. Highly recommend it. Some horses aren't familiar with the spray bottle and they'll shy. So what you want to do is just spray it onto your brush. And then you can just groom it right onto them. And it's real important when you're out riding on the trail that you keep some horse fly wipe near in your trailer or at home so that you keep those bugs away from them, especially the mosquitoes. There's also bot flies. You gotta keep your horse groomed with fly wipe so no bugs get near them. And that's what we have today. This is our grooming session. This is Apache. I'm Melissa Cavender. Thanks for watching.